We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Orlando Wizards. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Good! Ready! Hey, alert!
That's not good.
Mike 50, Mike 50!
Come on.
Hey, exit!
Come on, Ryan. You better be ready. Don't be scared.
Ran, son!
Mike 50.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tough roll that they can fall back on anymore.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. 57 to Mike, 57 to Mike. Hey, Zoo.
You think you won't get
Let's go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Let's go.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Hey, wahoo. 57 to Mike. Ran, son.
57.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Stay focused. Come on. All right. I got you.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
To throw is Jackson. He's got his man here as Gary Jennings Jr. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got Booker. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. They'll run here on third and goal. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the fourth down. I'm looking down from our booths. You can tell this crowd wants them to go for it right now.
And believe me, he knows it. And he's weighing that through his head right now. Actually trying to filter that out because this needs to be a cold decision by him. Not influenced by the crowd, not influenced by outside factors. Does he believe in his team enough to go for it right here? I think he's going to reward the crowd and do it.
And if he doesn't get it, they have to go the full length of the field. And we'll see. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7. Yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They trail 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, first and 10. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
57. Let's go, dude. Let's go. 57 to Mike.
Second and 14. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Yes, yes. General West.
Here we go.
Go, go. Go.
Mike 57. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal in the big...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now it's Jackson. And he'll let it fly in the direction again. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown! A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points. Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Hey, Echo.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Set, ready? Nate, read. Hey.
56.
Hey, foxtrot.
Coming this way. Here we go.
Ready?
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Hey, Alpha.
I'm coming after you.
Go. Now.
They'll set up to throw. And caught by Henry. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Mike 57. Rap. 57. Mike 57. Strip the ball.
Look at me. Zipper 5.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. On second down, Love. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
Sponge. No.
Hey, Sam off. Yep.
On third down, here's Love. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up fourth down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown...
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Zadarius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Check 24. Check 22.
After the sack on first down, Jackson gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Strong left, strong left. Even, 4 down.
On third down, Jackson looking deep for Jennings. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
The Falcons
We
take
play
over
to win.
first and 10
Let's go.
at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Running to start the drive is Love. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
218, chop. Check 52. Go.
Who's that? Is that yours? Go.
On 2nd down, it's Love. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
You draw Corker. 56.
They'll run with Henry. And an alley to run. He chucks him aside.
Thumped him.
It's a big run there by Henry. 43 yards on the ground. So the fullback, the beef, normally the lead blocker, shows that he can run it a long ways as well.
And he does have an ability to run away from people, but you and I both know he'd rather run through people when he carries the ball.
Pull it high.
He's got Mike 50. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Hey, Haywood. Hey.
They gonna need some therapy after this.
Back to throw now on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
64, weak.
Slam.
You're out.
Check 24.
Go. Big grip.
Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. The Falcons on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 19.
Pass it. 61. Matchbox lights.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. 4 down. Check. 4 down. Hey, guys, I got 15. 15's mine. I'm taking it.
Play action. Now Jackson. He sets to fire deep. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Probably a bit of a surprise call there on first down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage with the big man setting the tone physically.
22 jet bomber. Hey, Delta. Go. Rock it. 5.
2nd and 3. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, 4 down. I got 15.
Jackson now throwing again. It's hauled in by Wilson, 6'4" tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And here on the road, that could be a huge score for their morale in the second half.
Every team has confidence going into the start of games, but sometimes you get it rocked a little bit, and this certainly applies here for them. But guess what? Just what you said, this touchdown can give them their belief back that they can win in the second half.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Come on, fellas.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Tight right. We got 4. We got 4.
Throwing again. Jackson. That's caught by Jennings. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Third and 4.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. Then a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Yeah. Leo. Look at me. Zip, hit it.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Kill.
They'll run it with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Jackson. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Jones. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and just like that, it's third down. To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8.
Hey, check Mike 57. Let's go.
Such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Jackson operating from the gun. And Ginn's got it. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. General West. Smooth. Yo, Jackrabbit, come on. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And got his man complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 57 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And now a carry here for their fullback. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Second and 9 now. Being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Let's get off the field. Shoot!
Yeah. Hey, Orbit.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 57. Watch 57.
Hey, exit. 50. Hey.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back live to Orlando. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. And Myers able to knock it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. From the 27, Jackson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up, because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Hey, you.
Mike's 50. I don't think you
Yo, go, get it.
2nd and 15. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back there, as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. The Falcons on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Go.
Hey, switch gears.
80 weapons. Hey, wahoo. Hey.
He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now, defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
57. Hey, keep it up. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Here we go, G. Get off the field. 57.
Look at me. Zipper. Leap rip.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a first down carry by Jones. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeout in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Jadeveon Clowney make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He wants it all for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Yep. Check Mike 57. Mike 57. Ready?
Now this time he'll look to throw. They'll roll. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That's how we do it, baby.
Ready.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Hey, echo. Don't get nervous. Fight.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
What's tight? Tight is right. We got 4. We got 4. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking. Anyway. Check 4. Check 4. Slam. Slam. Slam.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Got 4. Got 4 down. 4 down. Check. Go. Check.
Here's Jones. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. And his kick is indeed good. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, Those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what...
He's got a man, complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
57's the mic.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
Hey, Jet.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Fletcher Cox in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Alpha.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Set.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
At the 9-yard line.
Ready, set.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had